Alright, welcome back to Kamen Rider Review, episode 189. We are reviewing episodes of Kamen Rider Agito, 46 to 48. 46 is the end of the, believe it or not, the second story arc of the show. Actually, more like the third story arc of the show. Yes, so with the previous episode, all of the writers, except for G3X, all lost their transformation abilities. Yep, they lost them. And, of course, Shinichi himself, who's basically the same as the other guy, where, like, he's, like, kind of happy the fact he doesn't have his powers. Then, thanks to G3X firing at him, the young guy, the young episode, excuse me, and he's like, ha ha ha, you can't hit me, I have my barrier. That, it's like, oh, push the bait, eventually, like, that's eventually they all come together again. And then he proceeds to punch the guy in the face. He's like, you hit me. No humans ever hit me before. And then all the writers get their powers back. After one episode. And yeah, everyone gets their powers back. So, Shinichi can become Agito again, Kino can become another Agito, and Ryu can become Gills. They get the powers back, destroy basically one of the lords that's there. Let's see, what is the lord for this? No, it's not. It's, I think it was, no, it wasn't the L of Wind. No, it was somebody else. He actually shows up for the next episode. Yeah, the L of Wind shows up the very next episode. And he's like one of the final monsters of this show. Yep. And with that, basically, that... And then, what happened between, basically, this period of time, there was, chronologically, a movie release. I will review the movie at some point. I'll probably review it after I watch the last episode. Yes, there's a movie and a special. I just wanted to get the show done. That's the reason why it basically took me a while to get through this. So, and then all of a sudden, the next episode begins the last story arc, which is basically the last 5 episodes of the season. The way it's structured for episode 14, it's like this is like it's like this season 2 of the show. Like 46 was a season finale for Agito, for like the first season. Season 2 is like 1 month later, where everybody basically gets jobs. Shinichi himself gets a job as a chef. Ryu becomes a mechanic. Oh, also, Kano dies in episode 46. You're like, really? Yeah, he dies. All of a sudden, it's just really weird. It's not thoroughly explained of exactly, like, of why in the world he just died. I mean, he got his powers back. Shouldn't he be happy the fact he got his powers back? He's like, oh, give me some more coffee. And then he just ups and dies. No wound. Like, he got his powers back and then he just died. It was just completely random. Yeah, it was one of the most weirdest deaths I have ever seen in a show. We debuted this character in episode 35. And then 11 episodes after this man's debut appearance, he ups and dies. Let's see if we can find here. I think there was like, I know it was like one, I think it was, because there was a lord that he fought here. No, it wasn't, no. I think it was this one here. No, it wasn't that one. Let's see. Yeah, it was basically the Falcon Lord. Yeah, basically some of his body. Eventually, he's destroyed too. In 46. Now you think like, oh, and here's the weird thing related with the last 2 episodes of the show. Is there a new unknown who pops up, like, of the minor lords? In terms of the last few episodes of the show, No, because there's no new ones. It's basically just the L of Wind. Yeah, he shows up, and of course they have to get back. Also, we debut two brand new women in this. We debut some new characters in episode 47 of the show, which is interesting. Yeah, it's like you can think of this as kind of like a new show. It's like a fresh start. We got new characters. Oh, and also, he's referred to as the Overlord now. Is the mysterious youth. He wants to remake humanity. So, basically, in this episode, we debut some new characters. One is Kana Akamura, who's a chef who works with Shinichi. There's also Rise Masura, who basically, her arc is with Ryu, where she's kind of like a delinquent who basically, he just looks after her. And we also debut a character named Karimito, who is actually Shinichi's culinary school teacher, who just hires him at a restaurant. Yep. And these characters here pretty much are here for the remainder of the show. Well, for the next few episodes. Basically, 47, 48 is basically the first 2 of 4 appearances of these characters. Yep. And the thing is, December 30th happened to, basically, 47 happened the final episode released in 2001. Moving into 2002, where the mysterious youth is basically trying to regrow his body. And there's a couple scenes like very similar where 2 random people just happen to come across the mysterious youth gaining power, and the L-Wind basically murdering them. Also, they battle the L-Wind, but they don't exactly beat him per se. Also, the G3 unit is suspended. Why is it suspended? Well, because no new unknowns are created. So I figure they must be all dead. When in actuality, they're not. Yeah, they must. Now, of course, they're not going to disband G3. They're just suspending them until they decide what to do with it, because the purpose of G3 was limit the unknowns, since the task of limiting the unknowns was, from their perspective, completed, but not actually. There's 2 more left. And in case you're curious, though, does Makoto, does he put on the suit in these episodes? Like, in 47, 48? In terms of 47, 48, he does not. Nope, he does not. He does not put the suit on again until the final episode. Yeah, probably because basically he's not needed per se. And you're probably thinking, does Ryu himself, does he become Gills in, like, does he become Gills in the remaining episodes? He does. He doesn't. He basically 47, 48. He does not transform in the next episode. Yeah, but he's around for. Well, he's here in the final episode. Mm-hmm. Yeah. As for Shinichi himself, yeah, he does transform in these episodes. Mm-hmm. He does. Like, he doesn't transform in 47, probably because it wasn't needed, but he does transform again in episode 48. And he basically will continue. Now, here's the thing. What about his forms? Like, Storm, for example. Storm, he has not used since episode 39, so he basically has done use his form. The Flame form. This is also done too. The Trinity form. Yeah, this only appeared for a couple episodes plus a movie. Burning. Does he use this one remaining episodes? Oh, he does. He certainly does. In of the remaining 5 episodes of the show, he does use it for about 3 of them. He does not use it in 47, but he does use it in 48. As for Shiny, of course, it's a really cool form of his. You probably think he does use it again. Well, he only used it like overall, the Shiny form in the main show only appeared twice. And it appeared in 37, 43. It does not appear again until the final episode. but it is a cool form. Oh yeah, and also the fact is Martha can transform too, which is really cool. So, and of course the sky itself starts going like red, like it's Crisis on Infinite Earths. But otherwise, though, for the remaining episode, for these 3 of the 6 remaining episodes for the show, they're really good, and I have roughly 3 more to go. Now, the very next episode will cover those last 3 episodes, and then throughout the next 2 episodes, I'll cover the special and the movie, and then, well, I'm gonna review it right now. My next Kamen Rider series I'm gonna go through is one that just started just in the last couple months. Kamen Rider Zex. Yeah, the series that started like 2 months ago. I figured though, not very long, so I will do that. And right after that, now when I get that cut up, my next regular bench watch one I'm gonna go through is one that a lot of people are like, really? You're gonna start this one now? Well, after Zex, it will be Kamen Rider Decade. Yep, that'll be my next Kamen Rider series I'll be going through. And then I'm going through like one more, plus Metal Hero series to finish up the year. Okay, so that's pretty much that particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. See you next video. Bye.